Hey guys, welcome to Ryan's Range Report. Today we're taking a look at SWFA's SS 1:6x24 in first focal plane. As you know, most of my reviews and most of my shooting comes off of long range related equipment, and I've had an AR for a while. It's a Daniel Defense DDM4 V1, which had a 16-inch barrel and was just real set up as your basic carbine. Well, I decided that I wanted to shoot it a little more, and so I started to make some changes, and I ended up swapping the whole upper for another upper that came with a Daniel Defense barrel. Now before on that upper I had an ACOG it's a fixed 4-power scope, really tough scope. I've shot a carbine match with it before at 3 mils right. I shot a team carbine, took third. I've shot the Tiger Valley 4-man a few years in a row with it, and it's been a great optic, but I wanted something that was a little more variable, or gave me different options, and that's when I started looking at different things I could use. I've had the Vortex 1:4. I've had the Leopold 1.5 to 5 by 24. By 20. But being a long range guy, I always go back to first focal plane. Now with a 1 to 6 power, where you're going to run into issues with first focal plane is once you get to 1 power, that dot or those crosshairs are going to be really small. And I really feel like that SWFA has done the best job, short of the short dot, of making the reticle visible at 1 power. The SWFA SS 1:6x24 has a 30mm main tube. It has Mrad turrets. Mil is what you would call it, mil turrets with a mil reticle. The clicks are solid, they feel solid, they're not very audible. I didn't find myself using the turrets a lot. I usually kept them capped, as for the most part I was using this scope under 600 yards, under 500 yards. When you want to stretch out, you can always take the caps off and make your adjustments from there. But I don't feel like with this type of scope you're going to be using that a lot. The SS 1:6 not only comes with Illumination, but it comes with a space for your spare battery, which is really nice. I'm sure you've been out in the field before and went to flip on your Illumination and realized that it was already on. And since it was already on, that your battery was dead. It takes your basic CR2032 battery and comes with 2 batteries as well. Also included is a thread protector, an Allen key, and turret caps. The thread protector is if you're going to go without the turret caps, in which case you would leave your threads exposed. So you just slip this little thread protector on over and screw it in. Now one thing I noticed is once I got it on here, just with my bare hands, I was kind of having some difficulty getting it off. Well, sure enough, SWFA, they thought about that too. If you look here, you can see where they left a little notch that you can get your fingernail or something else in to loosen that up. Since I've had this scope, I've had the chance to stretch my AR out to 650 yards, which I really found the reticle to come in useful. I really like the reticle at 6 power. You have the thick strata lines to help you quickly acquire the center of your target or the center of your reticle. It has a nice little space in the center so things don't get covered up, and it also has a nice little dot so you can be very precise. I found no problem with putting sub-MOA groups out of my AR with this reticle on 6 power. Another sport that I've dived into recently has been 3-gun or multi-gun. I had the chance to kind of train up for them at TDSA, and then I shot 2 of the North Texas multi-gun matches at ETTS. I did find that for multi-gun, at least in these 2 competitions, that I wasn't using the 6 power as much as I was the 1 and 3 power. At 1 power, you have this big thick circle that comes into play that really helps you center in on your target. Shooting bigger IPSC sized targets at under 100 yards, the 1 power comes in really helpful for getting those 2 shots on and moving to the next target. I was able to find the reticle quickly with the big thick circle and get really good center hits very quickly using the 1 power. The first match that I did, I didn't get to shoot at distance with the AR because we were also using bolt guns. The second match, I did get to shoot up to 200 yards. To get a good sight picture, I noticed it was easier for me to put the scope on 3 to 4 power. That way I could acquire all my targets quickly. Again, the big circle came in nice as it really helped me focus in on where the center of my reticle was going to be. My overall thoughts about this optic are that it can be used for many things. If you want to use it for 3-gun, you could definitely use it for 3-gun. If you wanted to use it as a mid-range optic on your AR, you could definitely use it for that. I think it would be great as a hunting optic as well. The only little, I wouldn't say gripes, I wish it did have I guess it would be a gripe. I guess I wish it did have a wider field of view. There's between the brands that are out there, some have a smaller field of view. The Vortex 1 to 4 that I was using, that was my biggest gripe with it, is that even though it was only 4x magnification, I felt that I was looking through a very small hole, and I never felt like I could see a whole lot. This doesn't do that as bad, but when I put it up to some other ones, they were in the same category. That were 1 to 6, 1 to 6.5. This one had the least wide field of view, even at 1x, but it didn't seem to hamper me when I've been out using it. Just when you're sitting there looking at them, comparing them 1 to 1, I did notice that. The adjustment here for your magnification ring here, it's tough to turn. Now they do sell the cattail for it. If you're going to order this scope and you think that you're going to be doing some adjustments with your magnification, I would say order that with it without question. Once it got really cold, you're not going to get your hand all the way around it either if it's on an AR, because you're going to run into the bottom of your gun or the top of your gun. So I would just get that cattail right off the bat. Other than that, it was great. I really like it. I really enjoy it. I really want to thank SWFA for loaning it to me. I think I'm going to go ahead and buy it from them. It's been a great optic, and it's going to stay on my AR. As always, I want to thank everybody for watching. If you haven't already, make sure and check out RyansRangeReport.com. It's a blog that has obviously a link to all of our videos here, but then I write a couple extra things and throw in some news stories from here to there. Make sure and check us out on Facebook, www.facebook.com/RyansRangeReport, and make sure I'm subscribed. We have some new videos that are going to be coming up soon. We're going to be doing our review on the Night Force spotting scope, and also some products from JEC Customs, including his muzzle brakes and bipod feet. Thanks for watching.